See, looking at Africa and Africans, both on the continents and abroad, what do you see in 30, 20 years?
I don't think that there is a better time to have been alive to see what is about to happen for Black people. And I think that is a window of change that is bigger than any individual. It's almost like a divine intervention where God has said, it's you people's time. It's no different a way that it was time for the Jews or whatever it is. Now, to put it into more concrete steps, if you think of all that's going on, you have the BLM movement in America.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. You've got things like the Black North Initiative going on in Canada, similar to BLM.
Yeah.
You have stuff going on in England, with people fighting the police and trying to fight for their rights and stuff. At the same time, our kids, a little bit of us, but more so the next generation, our kids are beginning to have those clear paths to, they don't really see, they were teenagers or younger when Obama was president.
Yes.
So they don't understand when we're like, Black people are not allowed to do this. They don't really no, but
they didn't understand that some of us cried.
Just I saw a guy Obama. I saw Meghan Markle. I've seen things, right? I've seen too many things that make me, I've seen Wakanda on television. I've seen, I've seen all this stuff that confirms to me that I myself and anybody else, there's no difference. The fintech revolution going on in the continent. The fact that there are people in Africa that are setting up businesses that are young, less than 30, less than 40, setting up business, and the business grows to a level that can take care of themselves and their family. But in even the very rare but also increasing number of situations that the company now becomes $1 billion valuation, that's happening at a much faster pace than an alarming rate.
Yes.
So the transfer of wealth is already happening from allocators of capital saying we're going to invest in these Black businesses, and by the way, they're doing well. And so if you now fast forward that 30 years, which is almost a generation, right? In fact, it's like 1.5, because people are having, if you have a child at 20, so it's like 1.5. You see that it's actually going to be so beautiful, right? By time in 30 years, it will not be unheard of that a soccer team in Europe or an American baseball team or any of these teams, that they have 3, 4, 5 brown and Black people that own significant stakes.
Very good.
You will not be hard pressed to put on Netflix and just see
Nollywood.
Nollywood all day, right? No big deal, right?
Yeah.
We would have won not just Oscars, but Grammys. Not just in the other category, but in the
main categories, yes.
Because now we are entering those spaces, right?
Yes.
We are coming in as producers. I don't want to be a Nollywood producer. I'm actually looking to be a Hollywood producer.
Okay.
And manage capital on a significant basis, right? So we'll be playing the game at the highest level, right? And so our kids will be in animation studios that they own a stake of, but they have a partner that's Japanese, and they are doing content that is Japan culture into African culture, put together onto a platform.
You are seeing things the way I see it.
Absolutely.
See, and you know what? The thing is that I want our people to understand that we cannot create anything until we first create those things in our own imaginations. You see, anything that we see physically is first created in the minds of men.
Mm.
And I want us to always say this, because if you can't create it in your mind, then there is absolutely no way you can create it in reality.
Yep.
And these things you are seeing, those are the things I'm seeing. I pray to God that we'll be there to see them in reality.
No, I honestly believe that. I mean, if this was 30 years ago, I wouldn't be sitting on an African chair.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I'm looking at around me, my table here, I brought it from Lagos. And I'm not in Nigeria. I'm in the States.
See, like I told you, yeah. I want to be just like you.
My pillow. But in 30 years, I want some of my children, somebody's child that's African, to have done mattress and television and the fan and the AC system and HAV system and the app I'm going on to close all the blinds automatically. I need one. That thing has to be one of our. So that's where we're going, right?
Yeah.
This mic I have here that's for podcasting, it would be like one mic that they built in Ghana or in somewhere. That's the game, right? These glasses, I should never, use anything that's not produced
in Africa.
And that's why the money game is important, because it's the money that tells everybody what to do. And so if we don't become capital allocators, if capital allocators are not black and brown people, there's no hope for us. We will always be doing handouts. Like now, they're still, BLM is still handout season. Okay, let's give them 100 million to solve this problem. Let's give them 1 billion to just, keep them quiet.
Mm-hmm.
We want the cash ourselves. Once we have it and we're the ones deploying it, then it's open season. Because then if I call a meeting, if I'm managing $500 million and I pick up my phone and I call the mayor here or the chief of police, they are coming to my office.
Yeah.
They're not coming to your office if you're not managing money, right? You're going to be begging one Jewish friend who's a lawyer, this and that, which I have now. I live in a Jewish neighborhood, but I want that. I want the full thing, right? So that's where we have to go. It's the only way. Otherwise, we lose the game.
Very good. Very good. See, Chukuka, thank you very much for being here.